Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got...
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the New York Jets. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Coleman going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
An early test, 2 plays in, this is 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. play action. It's Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. It's back. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action now. Bridgewater rolling to his right. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Play fake. Bridgewater. He'll buy some time right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They go play action. Bridgewater. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's go, D. Check 25. Check safety. Check safety. Check 99. Check 99.
To throw, Bridgewater. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Now Bridgewater.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Play. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Coleman. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. It's Logan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Duke Dawson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely looking drive.
And now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Oh, this looks like a free play for Bridgewater. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Bridgewater. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on fourth. Throwing, Bridgewater, eluding the pressure right. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now Bridgewater is still down. Looks like he was shaken up there. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First throw now for the backup lock. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, alert three. Check.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 11. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Come on, let's go. Check 13.
Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check. Fresh down.
To throw is Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. Turn up.
Bridgewater to throw it. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Bridgewater to Fant. First down, Broncos.
And if Noah Fant keeps making catches like that, it might not be too long till we say he's one of the top 5 tight ends in football. When he was drafted, that was the expectation.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here's Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They go play action with Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I thought the Jets had a really impressive draft in 2021. They took quarterback Zach Wilson at 2. Got line help with Elijah Vera-Tucker after they traded with Minnesota at 14. And then went and grabbed this man, Elijah Moore from Ole Miss. With this.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have taken the lead.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Bridgewater now. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
And in Corey Davis's 4 years with Tennessee, he had his moments, but his best year was last year. Finished 16 yards shy of a 1,000-yard season and really started to look the part of a #1 receiver.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which...
And down he goes. goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with New Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Bridgewater. Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Tanner Muse with it. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. T.J. Logan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Bridgewater. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They run with Logan. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin.